What is going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk about a lot of different things, especially leading to their upcoming earnings. I do want to talk about the short interest, what I do see that coming to. I also want to go over the new round of 13Fs that have come down the pipeline and what that actually means for us as investors. At the end, I'll tie it all together with some technical analysis. But before I get into any of that, you guys know the deal. Smash a thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that, let's get right to it. So I just want to start off by going over the intraday chart. So you can see it had a little bit of a downtrend. It started to bounce back largely because we did hit a very strong support level. And looking as far as news, there's not really too much. They're mostly circling around what happened with the Bank of America and their $17 price target. And in case you do not know, on the 11th, Bank of America did give a buy rating to SoFi in addition to putting that at a $17 price target. So overall, it is what it is. I do anticipate post earnings there are going to be a lot more analysts that jump on board, and with that the price will definitely appreciate. So as of right now, you have 0 sells, 3 holds, and 10 buys. So that is relatively good for a massive growth stock. In addition to the average target price is 1904, which is roughly about a 60% potential return. So that is definitely huge, and especially considering once I do go through the 13Fs, you can tell that there is a significant discount, and a lot of institutions definitely do love SoFi. I'm just going to go through some updated information as of right now. First and foremost, short interest. I do anticipate short interest to go down closer to their earnings, because when it comes down to their earnings, they are going to be giving a lot of good guidance, and it's their guidance that is everyone is going to be paying attention to. And short interest as of right now is 1912, up 14% from 1 week prior. Utilization is 89.69, and day by day change, it actually has gone down as of right now by 0.53%, which works out to be 985,000 shares being returned. But still, given the circumstances of where we are, 19%, that is absurd. That is way too high for where SoFi should be, especially based on the catalysts that have been coming out. And I do anticipate that a lot more analysts will jump on board when it comes down to this. In addition to that, options game. The options game on SoFi has been oddly very hot. And as of today, there's been $1.59 million worth of options, with 90% of them being positive. And all of the last week, there was $19.66 million worth of options on SoFi, with 80% of them being positive. So this is why I do strongly feel it is at a significant discount. And there is a little bit of a discrepancy right now because the price has been suppressed for so long, but yet the options game is very bullish, and it has been for quite some time. So again, there is expectation that there's going to be an explosion going up, because I do strongly feel hands down we should be at the $17 range well before even that charter news. So I do strongly feel, based on everything, we are sitting at a significant discount. And to show you as well proof of that, looking at the live ticker to my left, currently up 3.17%. Overall for volume, 39 million shares being traded, whereas the average is 36. So once again, another heavily traded day. But I just want to show you this block volume, 4.8 million shares being purchased by institutions today alone. So like I said, a lot of big players and big money do think that this is a very good buying opportunity and that we are at a very big discount. And for those that do watch my channel, you know I love stocks that are at a very big discount, that offer a good possibility in the near term future of a 5x, 10x, things like that. And SoFi is definitely one of those. And in addition to that, even Jim Cramer thinks it is a great buying opportunity. So you can see that he's been looking to buy today and that he's been selling over the last couple of weeks. So that is one thing as well I find very interesting. But he does talk about a low interest environment still maintaining and things like that. But regardless, if you are a big fan of Jim Cramer, definitely he is all for the market right now. If you believe in the kind of the curse of Jim Cramer, so whatever he does bless tends to go down. So he's saying that the broader market is going to go up. So whether that is a precursor for a big recession, I don't know. If there is a recession in the near future, remember this video and refer back to Jim Cramer, because he will be the one that have caused this. But again, that's just Jim Cramer being Jim Cramer, a little bit of humor. With that though, I do want to talk on the 13 Fs that have been coming down the pipeline, because a lot of big names have been buying into SoFi and declaring it. Keep in mind, everything based on Fintel is as of December 31st, 2021, so Q4 2021. So looking here at the latest round that did come down the pipeline, a lot of big institutions still getting in despite the price. So you can see, looking at the average share price, majority of them are at the high teens, which shows at these prices that there was still a strong value. In addition to that, I want to show you a couple different things, one of which is Morgan Stanley. So an average of 1736, 4.4 million shares, but they did increase their position by 54%. So out of anything, I find them the most interesting, because that institution hands down is the most bearish among the whole market. So I find that very interesting at the end of the day. But regardless of all that, there is a lot of institutions still backing up the bus. More specifically, there's Vanguard. And for the most part, all growth stocks, Vanguard has actually been getting out of. They've been reducing their position. Whereas with SoFi, they added. So they added 12.75%. So they have 53 million shares of SoFi as of right now, with an average of 1601. So like I said, a lot of big names are backing up the bus, which again goes back to my live ticker that I've been showing you. A lot of institutions are getting in every single day. And there's a lot of institutions as well, adding 11,000% from the quarter prior. So like I've been saying for all these videos, everything like that, I'm a big value investor. And when it comes down to SoFi, this is a screaming buying opportunity. And there's only two stocks that I ever say that about, and that is Lucid and SoFi. Both have a very high potential of 5xing in the very short term. And like I've been saying, this is a big deal, especially with their upcoming earnings coming up and their guidance. So when they talk about their guidance, this is going to be a big deal. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence at the end of the day. With that, I'm just going to cap it off with some technical analysis. So right now I have the 50, 100, 200-day moving averages, Bollinger Bands, RSI, stochastic, and momentum. So right now, a pretty good representation of everything you need to know. Looking on the momentum, you can see nice natural growth going on here. Number of buyers have been continuously going up. Looking at stochastic, is currently at 54, but no defined trend as of right now. RSI is currently at 47. So right now, we have been battling and trying to transition from the lower to the higher percentile of the Bollinger Band, but we are met with very strong resistance. And unfortunately, that has been the case for the last week or so, as you can see. But once we do get over that, we can easily get up to roughly about the $16 mark, $17 mark. So this is why there is a lot of upside potential, especially with their upcoming earnings in roughly about 2 weeks. So this is why right now is a very good time to buy. And like I said, we are getting to a very pivotal point. Looking here, $13.15, which is very, very close. That is our pivot point. Once we do get there, we can easily transition higher. And we have been bouncing between the S1 and pivot for quite some time, not just SoFi, but a lot of growth stocks. So like I said, technicals are a very good reason why you need to buy SoFi, because it does show that it's on the verge of a breakout. It's just waiting for the right catalyst, right moment to break out. And everything does indicate that we are very pent up and ready to break out. And like I said, even with that charter news, we should be at $17 all day long. So this is why I did buy in a little bit, and I was lucky enough to catch $11.99. So I got in a very good price in my opinion as well. So anything around this range, I'm going to be continuously buying, and especially based on their earnings, I do anticipate a lot of upside and hopefully enough momentum to break us out of this and back to that $17 mark. With all that said, let me know your thoughts on SoFi in the comments below. If you haven't already, smash the thumbs up, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that, let's all make a lot of money on SoFi.